everybody, welcome to Smashing Game Time. We are three brothers that go through gaming's back catalog of yesteryear. I'm your host, Nick. I'm here with my brothers, Jake and Josh. We are here for day 4 of Game of the Year so far, or as everyone on the streets, as I am aware, is calling it, Gotyso. Hashtag Gotyso 2023. It's here. We're on day 4. Day 5 is tomorrow. Oh my goodness, guys. We are doing it.
If I found you on the street saying that shit, you wouldn't be on here.
Yeah, you'd be jumped.
Everyone is yelling it on the streets. I'm sorry, you guys. Before we get into today's categories, we got 3 of them for you today. 3 of them. Few housekeeping things. We are a Trident Network podcast. Go check our siblings out over there. They are awesome. Listen to us. Watch us wherever you get your podcasts. Fuck the algorithm. Tell a friend. Word of mouth is king here. We have 3 categories, like I said. We've got biggest disappointment. We've got deadest live game, or just deadest game, however you want to look at that. And then we have best new character. Guys, you just ready to get into this first one? I'm excited.
You keep calling it Gotyso and it bothers me. It shakes me to my core.
I can't be in a podcast with someone that uses terms like that.
Guys, Gotyso is life. Biggest disappointment, here we go. We've got a few contenders here. The nominees are Company of Heroes 3, The Last of Us Show, The Last of Us Part 1, Silk Song delayed again, E3 canned forever, Dead Island 2, Redfall, Multiverses, and Lord of the Rings Golem. Now, is there anything we want to add to this real quick before we get into this?
You.
We're going to add you there.
All right, I'm putting me on. You know how I feel about meta commentary, but here we are. All right, I'm on this list. After talking about Dead Island 2 and Day 3 a lot, I think this can come off because I think Dead Island has a more positive light on it. I came into this week thinking like people were very mixed on it, but I think it's more positive than it is negative on the Dead Island 2.
I agree.
So we can get rid of that one right away?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. All right, boys. Dish it out.
I want to start with E3 canned. It was very disappointing. I mean, it was a matter of time, I think, unfortunately, especially with COVID happening, and then all the major developers going, "Oh, we can host our own thing."
I hate that. I hate that everyone has their own thing because it feels like it's so spread out. Like Annapurna, like technically, Summer Games Fest is still going on. If you look at that calendar, they have the calendar going through all of June. Because Annapurna's showcase is, we're recording this on the 28th. Annapurna's showcase is on the 29th. Did you see that E3 lost its space for 24,
24 and 25? Yep.
So that's the LA Convention Center down in the middle. I actually drove past that when I was in LA this time last year, and part of me was like, oh no, like I would have been there for E3. I would have been in town.
Oh no.
It's super depressing because I don't know about you guys. E3, it was like the Christmas in July.
Christmas
or June,
in
technically.
June or July. I mean, I'm sure it's jumped around, but I know what you mean. You hop on the Tech TV or the G4 or whoever it was back then, and you put. We're older here at Smashing Game Time, but you put the VHS, the blank VHS, and the VCR, hit record, and you're like, all right, let's record these game trailers.
Yeah, that was the day.
I wonder if there's a VHS sitting at Mom's house, like just chilling with some G4 stuff on.
She got rid of all that crap. There's no VHSs anywhere.
No. People love that shit. I don't
even think they have the DVD collection anymore.
There's something about like a fuzzy VCR. I don't know. It's peaceful. Like the static from a fuzzy VCR. I'm sorry, a static VHS. I love it.
Is fuzzy VCR is that like code word for you?
It's butt stuff. Let's see here. So I think E3 can stay. I think that's going to be a real contender for biggest disappointment. Silk Song, are we still getting disappointed by Silk Song delays?
Only the people who keep screaming like, "Oh, we're gonna get it!" Like none of us want it. Like I don't think anybody really cares. Like don't get me wrong. I thought fucking can't remember the name of the game.
Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight. I thought Hollow Knight was fun. I enjoyed playing it with you. But I'm not like, oh, I need Silk Song, and they promised it to us. I don't care.
What do you
Like,
mean,
it'll
Josh?
come out eventually.
What do you mean? Hollow Knight's supposed to be your whole personality. That's what you do. That's what happens.
No.
That's supposed to be your whole personality.
My personality is Honkai Star Rail, okay?
That's your one personality trait.
Japanese girls. What else do I have to say?
I think Silk Song can go, but I also have a theory that Silk Song is just going to become Hollow Knight 2 at this point.
I feel like Silk Song is going to be Half-Life 3.
Josh, did you just confirm Half-Life 3?
Well, I mean,
Josh, did you
okay,
just confirm Half-Life 3?
Alex, sorry.
Wait, they fucked up by not. Well, she didn't have she didn't have an E in her name, does she?
No, it's A-L-Y-X.
They named her that way just so they wouldn't be like hacky and be like, what if we flipped the 3 in her name, the E in her name? Gabe bursted into the door when they were first coming up with her as a character, and it was just Alex, Alex, and he's like, he smacked somebody's hand and said, "No, make it a Y." I don't want that shit. I swear to God, if we ever go to make a 3 and we try to turn that around, no, we're not even going to make it an option.
I feel like when it comes to Gabe making a 3 of anything, he is the John Goodman Family Guy skit where he eats all the food and his family's like, "We're hungry." He's like, "You're gonna have the crumbs."
He's eating all the 3s.
Yeah,
he
all
hates
the 3s.
He hates 3 so much that it bleeds over into a hate for E's.
And that's why if his children try to have children, he'll murder them because it'll be the 3rd generation.
He can't have a 3rd child. If someone tries to give his game an ESRB rating for E, he's like, "What do we got to do to get a T? What do we got to do to get a T?"
Throw in one curse word.
All right, I don't know how we did this. Silk Song is canceled. Goodbye, Silk Song.
So I would say we can get rid of Friday the 13th because yes, the game is like
Jake, we're on
no
biggest
longer-
disappointment.
You're on the wrong list.
Wait, what?
We're doing the biggest disappointment.
Oh, my bad.
What'd you think we were on?
This motherfucker is
I
on the
thought we were
wrong
Deadest
fucking
You
Friday.
two,
list.
you two are illiterate. I swear to God.
Jake is on the wrong fucking podcast.
I'm out.
Jake's on a horror movie podcast. He's like, Friday the 13th. No.
All right, so we're gonna keep Nick. Nick's
Yeah,
keep
Nick's
Nick on
definitely
there.
staying.
Can we add Jake? Can we add Jake to that after this?
Might as well.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Go
we
ahead.
need another one in there. Just throw it in.
All right. he's
Shit,
in
I'm
there.
right behind you. Might as well throw me on there.
No. Now you just not. Don't be cute. Don't be cute,
Nah,
Josh.
Now you just ruined the joke.
The
Okay,
joke is dead, Josh.
Okay, so
Just like our dad.
you can get rid of multiverses. Yes, it was disappointing, but like if it comes back, it could be on next year's list. Who knows?
Multiverses. Goodbye. I kind of feel the same way about Golem.
Like that it could go because it's not coming back next year.
No, just that anyone who any coverage I saw on Golem was like, yeah, hey, Lord of the Rings Golem's still coming out.
I mean, who thought Golem was going to be like a great game to play? Like, I don't want to play some little snobby ass little shit who wants to suck off Frodo to get the ring.
Hey, if it was like that Adult Swim clip that we watched, then
You're welcome for that. You're welcome for that.
Then I would play Golem.
I'd play the shit out of Golem. That is Sex with Hitler 3D all over again. God damn
I
it!
forgot about Sex with Hitler. How did that not make any of these lists?
God damn it! Why didn't it make any of the lists?
I think was that a this year release?
That was a this year release. I'm pretty sure.
Wait a
I
minute.
think that was a slept on. That should have been.
Hold
a
on.
slept
Wait, is it Sex with Hitler 3?
No, it's 3D because they had a 2.5 version prior.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, we just talked about how Gabe Newell would never have a 3. It's Gabe designing it secretly.
They have a Sex with Hitler 2069.
Okay, stop it. You have to stop. Your voice got all distorted with that one.
Sorry.
You got way too excited.
Is
Oh,
this
God,
like a
this is
game that you
nuts.
hide behind your TV, Josh?
This is a game I openly keep up. There's so many Sex with Hitlers now. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, it's not original anymore. Everyone's having
Here we
sex
go.
with Hitler.
Okay. No, November 5th, 2022.
Hey, it missed the cut, Josh. We took some December games. We're not taking November. I'm sorry.
We could do the Sex with Hitler 2069.
Why don't we save it for game of the year? Because I actually want your actual input about it. Your input with Sex with Hitler. We're moving on.
Yeah,
So,
moving on.
This is some kiki shit, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, Josh, get back to the list. I'm
All
getting ready
right,
to add
so-
you to biggest disappointment.
No, I honestly I think Golem and Redfall probably are in the same boat. Like, if your expectation was that high, yeah, you deserve to be let down.
Good one. Good one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone went into either of those thinking that they were like going to be playing a great game.
No,
I'm getting rid of them.
I think you could get rid of Last of Us Part 1. Yes, it was the PC port, but didn't they like fix those?
I don't think Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, 'cause I think you're the one who put it on there. I don't think it's so much for the issues that they had with the PC. I think it's more of everybody knows it was a cash grab. They can sit there and deny it all they want that they are trying to make a masterpiece. Bullshit. It's a cash grab.
Well,
Last of Us Part 2 did not sell as much as you thought it was going to do. So you decided, oh, let's just remake Last of Us.
Slow your roll, Josh. I think Last of Us 2 did great for them. I think Last of Us Part 1 was just them thinking like, hey, the show's great. The show is great. I'll get to why it's on this list. We want more, like, people who find out that it's a game that want to play the game. We want to be there for them. The thing that's ridiculous about it is I'm sure that they were coming out being like, we want more people to experience the game. And I'm sitting here thinking like, well, PS4 was like one of the most popular consoles, like easily, well, last generation, it's probably in the top 10 of all time, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you have one of the most popular consoles and you don't think enough people experienced it that console generation, so you got to bring it back up again?
You know what happens to those who have already played it? Like I said the other day, Andy's parents. Oh, we're watching that Last of Us show. Have you seen it? No, but I've played it. I got the looks of like I can't believe I said yes to letting you marry my daughter.
They fucking
You're a
gave you a
gamer?
wedgie and stuffed you in a locker. They're like, you
Yes.
fucking dork.
Yes.
but how I see The Last of Us Part 1 being on PC is that they have a bunch of other PlayStation exclusives going to PC, so this is just another one. Like, honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think anyone who was surprised by it running poorly on PC.
Once again, you knew what you were getting into. There's a prior history.
Yeah, I'm okay with cutting it.
That's why I do. I wait till it goes on sale and then I buy it.
Josh waits for a deal. Company of Heroes 3 was a weird one just because, I don't know, I've been around for a little bit of Company of Heroes 1 and 2, and it seems like there's always seems to be a splinter of the community where, all right, so people love Company of Heroes 1, and then 2 came out, and there were people who really fell in love with 2, but they were like the diehards in 1 that was like, it's not the same. And now 3 came out, and you're kind of seeing the same thing with 2, where there are a lot of people staying with 2 and being like, 3 sucks, and then there are a few like 3 apologists. But if you look up 3 and 2 on Steam for concurrent players, I think 2 is higher than 3 right now.
So what's ironically funny about 3 is 3 adds in that extra equation of some people who stuck with 1 and just it was like, okay, I'm gonna see what 3 looks like, fell in love with it, or they were like, oh, 2 is actually way better than I thought it was, so I'm gonna go back and give that a try again.
I forgot about those people. But also, I think I just saw that Company of Heroes 3 is doing a console release, or they did a
Yeah.
console release.
I think they just did a console release.
To which I say, why?
Because they don't have enough players to play on PC.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
that's
it was a
like
good idea.
that's like having a lake that's out of water and being like, I guess I'm gonna go drink out of a puddle over here, this little puddle.
I was thinking more of like they just kept digging to make the lake into a river, but there's no
They
water.
just keep digging, looking for the water down deep. It's really weird that they're doing a console. I think Company Heroes 3 can stay because that's just a big fucking mess.
Oh, and it just keep. It's like the kid who keeps saying, "Mom, Dad, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it," but they end up being the fluffer for a porn star.
I'm gonna be
What?
big in Hollywood.
They are fluffing Hitler. God damn it!
Josh came to this episode horny. That's why he's very into all of the video games that he's into right now, and that's why we're having this conversation. I
Dude,
think
Sex
you
with
just-
Hitler 2069. It's on sale. I'm
All
not
right,
gonna lie.
now
319.
Now we can add you to the list because you just what are you doing? The Last of Us show. It was a good show. Okay, it was fine. It was HBO. Hey, it's fucking HBO. It was great.
And who doesn't like Pedro Pascal?
I love Pedro. I think everyone was well cast in the show. My issue with it was I don't think it ever got better than episode 3. Episode 3 is the one with Nick Offerman and his boyfriend. I forget their names. They're both great in it. Going into the show, what you heard going into it was episode 3 is going to be the one everyone like. Episode 3 is going to be great. This is the one people are going to be talking about for years. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, like it's a love letter, not love letter, but it's about love, finding love in difficult places and finding yourself even in the worst of times. Great episode. Everything else just felt like, all right, Last of Us paint by the numbers. Okay, hey, we got to go to, where are we going? Pittsburgh? Let's change it to Kansas City. Fuck it. It looks like Kansas City. We're here. We still have the guy taking care of his little brother that ends up shooting himself. Oh, hey, by the way, I think I said spoilers at the top. Fucking spoilers.
I don't think you said spoilers at the top for this episode. No.
It doesn't matter. Spoilers. Hey, the brother gets infected and then his older brother kills himself. Okay, yeah, cool. It still happens. Hey, the cannibals, right? And Joel getting sick and hurt, right? Yeah. And Joel finding his brother, yeah, right. And then it was everything was just it was the same thing. It was the same thing. It was fine, but it wasn't anything like where I'm like, oh, crazy, this amazing show, as opposed to like the Halos where it's just like, hey, you want to see Master Chief's butt? As much as I dislike the Halo show, I did like Master Chief's butt.
No.
Josh, show some respect to Master Cheeks, damn it.
I will show respect to Romantic Room.
Oh, are you looking at Steam games? Are you looking at horny Steam games again?
I'm still looking at. They're actually the ones who did all the Sex with Hitler stuff. They have a bundle. They have the Buy the Fuhrer set bundle for all the Sex with Hitler stuff.
Gosh, close Steam right now.
I can't help it.
Close
They
Steam.
have a Sex with Hitler BDSM.
Go on.
Is he wearing ashless chaps?
You told me to close Steam. I closed it.
You told me you weren't into Master Cheeks from the Halo show, but you're sitting there staring at Hitler in ashless chaps while we're trying to have a conversation about The Last of Us.
No, it's called BDSM Bunker.
That's a great name. I'm not crazy about the subject.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
We lost them.
Oh my god. And it came out this year. This is Game of the Year, people.
The Last of Us show was great. I was just disappointed that they didn't take more risk. I'm okay with taking it off if you guys are.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's good with me.
Gee, BDSM Bunker, Josh. Our pastor listens to this show.
It's a third-person shooter where you have to kill zombies in a post-apocalyptic world. You will meet a lot of bloodthirsty zombies who have only one thing on their mind: to kill you. And you, in turn, have to kill them all.
Hold on. BDSM Bunker?
Yeah, it's so if you type in Hitler BDSM Bunker, it comes up. It's literally like a zombie survival, but there are parts where they're fucking like just torturing Hitler.
I cannot find it. Oh, here we
You
go.
want-
Hitler Bunker BDSM. Josh, you're so horny. You got. Oh wow.
Right.
What the fuck?
Right.
All right.
Jake's even interested. You guys are fucking saying I'm a disappointment, and guess what? I'm gonna bring you the best entertainment ever.
What is he doing with that plier to Hitler? Oh, okay, we're getting off topic. Jake, I think you and me can come off this list, and Josh can stay on this list
That's perfectly fine
because
with
of
me.
Hitler.
You still looked at it. I'm just saying.
I like how it's very positive in review.
Right.
I only looked it up because the way you were explaining it, it sounded like sexy Gears of War.
It basically is. It looks like you kill zombies, and in between killing zombies, you go back to the BDSM bunker. Oh my god, they have achievements.
All right, Josh is staying on the disappointment list. Josh, you were on the disappointment list. Jake, help me order. While Josh is in horny jail, Jake, help me order this list. I think E3. No, I think Josh, Company of Heroes. No, Josh, E3 canned forever, Company of Heroes 3.
Yep.
That's totally fine, guys. You know what? I brought Sex with Hitler into this.
I'm gonna have to scrub my PC now after looking at that shit.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to buy the fucking Fear set.
What is wrong with you?
I'm gonna fuck Hitler in every single setting.
I'm really upset that I searched that on Steam because now it's gonna be like, hey, we saw that you searched this.
Yep.
Steam should automatically, anytime you search one of those Sex with Hitler games, it should automatically recommend one of those Wolfenstein games. So it's like, hey, you're getting a little too close to that side. You want to go kill some Nazis real quick?
I mean, who doesn't want to put Hitler into like a guillotine and just go to town on his butthole?
God damn it, Josh! I hope you're not up for a job somewhere because I'm gonna send them this.
They're gonna think I'm fucking funny, and they're like, "Yeah, this dude wants just to fucking destroy Hitler's asshole. Let's do it."
Your new boss is gonna be like, "Josh, can you send me the link to Hitler BDSM bunker?"
And guess what? I'll send him a free copy because I will fucking. You know what? This episode is sponsored by.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Nope.
Hey, biggest disappointment. We have Josh coming in first for obvious reasons. Behind him, we have Company Heroes 3 and E3 canned forever. Congrats.
You guys are starting to sound like mom and dad.
Shut up. Congrats to the winners.
I am
on
not
that one.
Joshua Dream Smasher Kaufman. All right.
Congrats to the winners on that one. Josh is just getting just a little too out there for us. We need a new brother. Time to replace him.
Oh, we have two other ones.
That's gonna be a tough one to record around. All right, next category, we've got Deadest Live Game. This started out as just live games, so, you know, you're like your Fortnites, but Fortnite's not dead, so that's a bad example. But it broke out into just games that died this year, game services that died this year. So we've got a long list here. I actually pulled this list from Kotaku, so thank you to that team for providing a list. I didn't pull every game from there because some of them were like, yeah, that's dead, because I've never fucking heard of it. So here are our nominees for Deadest Live Game. We've got this first one hurts. For Deadest Live Game, we've got Splitgate, Marvel's Avengers, Blaseball, Friday the 13th, Dreams, Evolve, Auto Chess for consoles, Apex Mobile, Babylon's Fall, Battlefield Mobile, Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, Google Stadia, Knockout City, Rumbleverse, Multiverses, and Spellbreak. And so I know it's called Deadest Live Game, but basically just the one that hurt the most with it dying or being on its way to death. Just to give everyone a better description of it before people are like, that one's still kind of alive, Nick. Shut up. I like Splitgate on here because didn't they shut it down and they're going to make another game?
Yes.
Splitgate was still a fun fucking game, though.
It was, and it was actually kind of a surprise. I don't think it was like a planned out thing. I think it was just all of a sudden, hey, we're going to shut this one down.
Because it's a team of like college students who did Splitgate, right?
I think so. And I think it was inspired by Portal and Halo.
Yep. I think I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but I think this one's kind of okay to let go because it was more of a positive, hey, I'm going to take this out back and shoot it while it looks at the flowers because we've got a better thing going on over here that we just can't announce yet. Marvel's Avengers, that kind of sucks because it feels like story-wise that game wasn't too bad. You have that game, Josh.
I do, and I haven't touched it yet.
God
No.
damn, is it still wrapped?
It's goddamn it, yes, it's still wrapped.
Motherfucker, you got that when I moved back. It's been a few years.
No, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, no, because I got it at the same time I got Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. So, but I
'Cause it
remember
it
being,
just came out.
I remember being in your basement, and I remember seeing both wrapped up.
I've played Guardians of the Galaxy. It was fun.
Okay. Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Guardians is good. Marvel's Avengers. It just sucks because I think that game went into development when Destiny was big, or Destiny 2 was big,
Destiny.
and it just came out so late into the live game cycle that everyone's like, yeah, no, we're over these. But also the fact that it's Marvel superheroes and you're doing all this Destiny ass shit with Marvel superheroes, nobody wants to do that.
Oh, let's not forget the people who were butthurt that Spider-Man only came out for the PlayStation consoles.
Yeah, you get over it. Get a PlayStation. Get a PlayStation or just don't play the game. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I think it can stay. Do you guys remember Blaseball?
I do remember baseball.
So, Jake, do you remember Blaseball?
Never heard of it.
All right, Blaseball wasn't technically a game. It was this online website that did fake baseball. It took off during COVID, and it was really big for a little bit. There was weird meta stuff, like players would like fall into portals and like disappear off of stuff, like random weird like Lovecraftian ass shit would happen. Peanuts were used as currency. Really weird, and then it was just this weird thing that they couldn't keep doing anymore. I think it's kind of weird because in the world where AI is on the rise, kind of feels like something like this would be, as much as I hate like the rise of AI, I'm like, no, this seems like something that AI could do, like to keep Blaseball running. Just, I don't know, like it could look at all your past seasons and kind of like get some shit going. It just feels like, because I mean, folks have algorithms they use for fantasy sports. Like, have you ever seen like a special on a fantasy sports player that uses an Excel sheet with like all these algorithms in it?
Yep.
There's shit out there. I'm sure Blaseball could have kept going, but they're gone now. Like, I think the whole dev team is like just out. It's really dumb. It's really, really dumb. But I think it can go.
Yeah.
Jake, last category, you were saying something about Friday the 13th. Would you like to elaborate?
Yeah, so Friday the 13th, I feel like it was a great game for what it was. I mean, yes, at first it was huge bug heavy, but once I got, the rhythm of getting rid of those bugs, it became very popular. And then, yeah, it does what a lot of games do nowadays. You just die. But I don't think it was I don't think it deserves to be on this list. I don't know.
I mean, so I think even after they fixed all the bugs, the issue is people flocked to Dead by Daylight, and this kind of got like left in the dust. And I agree. I think Friday the 13th is a better game, and I think it's just because there was so much more you could do, is more variety. Where Dead by Daylight, the only thing that's really different is who's killing you. I mean, realistically, if we're just dumbing it down by explaining to a 5-year-old, that's it. Or Friday the 13th, I mean, yeah, you're only fighting Jason, but guess what? Jason was already OP as shit. He can literally teleport halfway across the map. He can swim in the water even though he's afraid of the lake.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's weird, but I mean, in the movies, he's pulled people into the water with him, so it kind of makes sense, but it's also weird. I could see it going because it was never a game that I thought that was really going to take off anyway.
I think if it wasn't so bug-ridden in the beginning, it would have taken off much higher. But since it didn't, and then Dead by Daylight took, the front, it was bound to die eventually. But yeah, I agree. It doesn't deserve to be on the list, but the fact that it's dying or is dead, it can't be helped.
But I see games like this that are heavily licensed IP, especially one with a checkered past in IP litigation like Friday the 13th is.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to be around forever. So if you want to get a copy, you should probably get it as soon as you can.
Yeah.
I'm okay with cutting it if you guys are.
I am.
Yep.
Dreams. This was the creative from, was it Micro Molecule? Whatever the hell their name is.
Yeah.
you can create stuff, and that's pretty cool. I don't think it ever took off as much as to be as big as they wanted it to be, but that's really sad because it sounds like things are. This game isn't dead. You can still play it. You can still make things, but it sounds like the devs are cutting some Media Molecule. There it is. You can. They're cutting support. They're cutting support, not putting anything new out. Sounds like some stuff's gonna go belly up. Some features are gonna go belly up, which is sad. A lot of creations on there are gonna get lost. I feel like there are probably some game devs who are working on a game now outside of Dreams who have games like Dreams to thank for getting them started.
Did you guys see the guy who made the opening to Metal Gear Solid?
Did he do it like how? I didn't see it, but how did he do it behind the back camera, or did he do?
No,
like,
it
the
was
original
he
layout?
literally did a like as best as he could, like rebuild of it, like so it looked and played exactly like Metal Gear Solid.
I did not see that.
It was only the beginning part at the time when I saw the article, but it looked really good.
So I think Dreams can stay. Speaking on that, do you see that they might have finally saved MGS4 from the PS3?
I saw that, and I'm excited.
about fucking
I
time.
hope that is the case.
It's about fucking time. Evolve. I know what you're thinking, Nick. Evolve came out in 2014 and died a long time ago. Or 2015 and died a long time ago. What the fuck are we doing here? Turtle Beach or whoever the fuck they are took it down. Turtle Rock took it down, but fans kept the servers going. And now I think July 7th, the final server's going down. It's gone after July 7th. It's gone. I think that's really disappointing because I think we're back in a time where these one verse everyone are coming back into vogue. There was a little bit of time where it was falling out. Or there was a time back then when it felt like that was going to be the next big thing, and then everything went away. So, like, remember that Fable game that got canceled?
Yep.
This seemed to be the big one that was going to really rock our world, and then it didn't. I feel like maybe it was a balance thing more than anything. And now that team has Back for Blood, so there's not really anything they're going to want to do with that anyway. By the way, I think Back for Blood is on its way out as well. Not to be that guy. It's weird. It's almost been 10 years and this game is finally dying. And like, by the time you're listening to this, I think it has a day left.
I mean, don't forget, like, look what happened to the Halo 2 servers.
Oh, all the players hanging out until like their Xbox is burnt out.
Well, yeah, that, and I can't remember how long it's like. They kept it online for like another like 6 months, I think.
I think it was shorter than that. I don't.
Maybe
think
I'm thinking of one of the
there.
newer ones. Someone recently they had a new one come out where they kept it going for a while. But Halo 2 is just the example I can think of because there's the video of all of them saying, "Boys, it's been an honor," and like it's like seconds away, and then when it finally ticks, nothing happened. They're like, "Okay." And I found it's because no one was there to shut down the actual server.
Well, I just remember everyone was ticking off one, but like your Xbox would either die or you'd finally be like, "All right, I'm leaving." Boop.
Yeah.
Sad day.
I'll see if I can find it again later, but
I think Evolve can stay for now. Auto chess. Jake, you've played auto chess, right?
I play auto chess. I mean, I never heard of that one.
I'm pretty sure this is auto chess.
I've never heard of it though.
I thought you said you play auto chess.
okay,
I
Nick,
play
so are you
there's a
referring
genre.
to the genre, or are you referring to a particular game called auto chess?
The game is called auto chess.
Never played auto chess.
was the
I played the
first-
genre auto chess.
This was the first auto, like, it's called auto chess because of auto chess.
I've never heard of it.
I know Teamfight Tactics is an auto chess, right?
Yes, TFT is an auto chess.
That was
Dota,
confusing.
Underlords.
I didn't realize that the genre was also called auto chess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they got it from.
Fucking assholes. It sounds like it still works on mobile. It just sounds like you can't sync mobile with the consoles anymore, which sucks. Because for me, like in a game like Marvel Snap, I like being able to, if I'm at my computer and want to get a few games in, I can pull it up here. If I'm sitting on the John upstairs, my toilet, in case you're wondering, not a guy named John, I can pull my phone out and play Marvel Snap after getting a new card down here. So that sucks, but I mean, you can still play auto chess, so I think it can stay. All right, I think it can go. Apex Mobile. I didn't realize they did a mobile one.
Oh, they
So
did, and it was so
it
bad.
did not last long.
No,
It
what, like
lasted,
3
like,
months?
yeah, like 3 months. The game was like clunky. It was slow. It felt like you know could play on your phone, and that's what it was. It was Apex Mobile. The only thing that they thought was like cool and I guess edgy was that they added characters in Apex Mobile that you would never see in Apex Legends on the other consoles. I do think what they try to do is that like a lot of games they have like you have your PC version, console version, and then you also have your mobile version. For example, TFT, you could play both on your phone and PC. Marvel Snap, you can play on your phone and PC. So I think they're trying to like go on that because they know that the mobile community is actually a huge deal, especially over far east. But this one was pretty disappointing. It felt like Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. A lot of bots, and you're going against like 7 players.
Yeah.
It feels like media in general. Like there was a long time where movies was chasing China. They were chasing China. Like remember, what was it? Transformers 4 or 5. Like a good chunk of that movie was set in China, and now you kind of see movies pulling away from China. Which one was it? I think uh, was it Doctor Strange? Mom, was that the Multiverse of Madness, Josh?
Yeah.
Where China was like, "Hey, we don't want those 2 moms that are holding hands," and Disney was like, well,
Yep.
fuck you." And then China's like, "Well, we don't want the movie," and then they're like, "Yeah, whatever." So I think it's the same with gaming. Like, you look east, and mobile gaming is really big. I think Japan leads the pack on that, and then China, and maybe China's a lot bigger, so there might be a bigger market there. But it seems like folks are starting to turn their back on the mobile side of things, right?
I mean, I guess it depends on what it is. I mean, like there's a lot of mobile games that are still thriving.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I think the inclination of, hey, we were a big PC game or a big console game, let's have that same game be on mobile, like from the shooter, or at least from the shooter side of things.
yeah.
Do we want to keep it on here?
No, I think you can go because
No.
to anybody. Okay, so yeah, other than the heavy ads that came from it, especially from like Backbone was pushing this when it came out.
Yeah.
Beyond that, the minute I saw that they asked you to, if your phone got hot, to like quit playing for an hour, I was like, that does not sound appealing. I had the latest phone at the time.
You're touching your phone's just burning through your skin, and there's no skin where you were playing for like 5 hours.
The moment you have to tell me, oh, maybe I should stop playing for an hour when it gets too hot. You can play Marvel Snap for hours and there's no problem. Just throwing it out there.
You know when the battery in your laptop or your phone gets bloated, that's just your hand after playing for 5 hours. So we'll get rid of Apex Mobile. Babylon's Fall was from Square Enix. I think this was a shooter. It was kind of like their Destiny almost. Do you guys remember this one?
I kind of remember
I heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
So it came out last year. It just got shut down this year. Very, very short tail on this one. It's gone. It'll be like a trivia question at a video game trivia night. We can get rid of it. I just thought I'd put it on here. I didn't know they were doing Battlefield Mobile, Josh.
Well, so it's been around for a while. I think, at least that I can remember, it's been around since Bad Company 2, at least. Because to get 2 of the guns on there, the Thompson and the M1 Grand, you had to have signed in to Battlefield Mobile and have played like a certain amount of time, I think like an hour or something. So it's been around for a while. It had its, it has its moments, of course. It was, hit or miss. But really, at this point, if you are playing a mobile version of a popular franchise that was on console or PC, 8 times out of 10, it's probably going to fail eventually.
So do we want to get rid of it?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it had its moment. It shined, but it's about time. It's like putting the dog down. that can't
Oof.
walk.
Just go play BattleBit Remastered.
Yeah.
That just popped up on my Steam, by the way. Let's see, Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier. When this news dropped, I was like, wow, really? Like I thought that game had something going for it.
I think everybody did.
For those who don't know, this is the Battle Royale Final Fantasy game. I think you're all soldiers from Soldier, right? And it's like a training mission.
Well, it's basically like Shinra's trying to find their first soldier.
And it's all gunplay, right? Or is there some sword
Well, no,
stuff?
there's a little bit of melee to it. They have gunplay, magic,
BDSM.
vehicles, mission. I mean, it's basically, I think, just basically every other battle royale out there, or more closely, think of Warzone with all of its extra stuff, but in Final Fantasy setting.
Okay.
Dude,
Is this the Deadest? I mean, it's obviously it's dead.
Oh yeah,
or
it's
gonna be
dead. They put a
but
bullet in the back of the head and they said, "Let's just get Ever Crisis out there."
This one did surprise me though, because I thought this was like perfect. Like, yeah, Japan's gonna love this. I think if you get a really big following in the States, you'll be fine. I guess it just didn't get a big following in the States.
I
maybe.
think the problem is because they kept it PC, kept it mobile. If they had introduced it to the PC as well, I think it would have lasted much longer.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep it or get rid of it?
You can keep it for now.
Keep it. I think Google Stadia can stay.
I mean, there is dead, and then there's Google Stadia dead. So,
Like the day Google, the day Stadia came out, it already had like the rope around its neck. It was like, "Hey guys, I'm here. I'm here.
hey, I'm the new console that you're gonna love."
Hey, do you want to play Destiny 2 in your web browser?"
Actually, they handed them the end of the rope and they said, "Can you hold this real quick?" Yeah, so I'm the new the new console.
All right,
Thank you,
hey.
appreciate that.
I don't know if we have to edit that out or not, but funny.
Probably. You
Funny.
probably have to edit that out.
Worth it.
Josh, that rapping motion was spot
I've
on.
practiced a few times.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
you really had to edit that out.
You know what? I'm keeping it. Fuck it. We get how many views do we get in our videos? I don't know.
Not enough.
Not much.
Not enough for me to be like, you know what?
Well,
that
we're
was a
doing better than
distasteful.
Stadia, so
That was a distasteful joke. Stadia stays just because I like the joke, Josh. Knockout City. This was the dodgeball game.
Yeah, it was like a dodgeball. Like, it was kind of a dodgeball shooter game.
This one hurts because I remember telling myself when it came out, like, not now, but I'm gonna try this out eventually once it's got its footing.
and never did.
And I just never did. But I feel like something like what's that? Was that Foam Party? I feel like Foam Party will like step in and kind of be like the. I know it's
Yeah, it'll
more.
take
I know it's
over.
more of a play on the Squid Kids from. What's that? What's that Nintendo game?
Come on,
The
Nick, you can do it.
did we all just forget the name of this game?
I know. I just had it. Damn it! It's
The Ink Kids, the Squid Kids. Dead to Rights 2.
Splatoon.
Splatoon, there it is.
Jeez, I had it, and I was like, "Wait, what is it again?"
Yeah, so I feel like games like Splatoon and Foam City like fill that gap of Knox City, but it's weird to see it go, but I'm okay with cutting it out. So
Yep.
young. So young. Rumbleverse was the Battle Royale fighting game. You'll start to notice a trend. A lot of these were Battle Royales. Who's on the way out? Must be the Battle Royales. Rumbleverse was a fighting game. It again, just like Knockout City, I was like, I'm gonna play that eventually.
Yeah,
I think only like a handful of people ever played Rumble first, to be honest, though.
I'm gonna cut that one. I'm cutting Rumbleverse. Let's see here. So, multiverses, we've talked about that a lot. I think that one can stay because people spent $100 on it, and then WB comes
Whoa.
out and is like, "Oh,
Well, no, they spent $100 knowing that it was dying or going away
but
in
then
anticipation to get their money back.
when they pulled it, weren't they like, oh, that was a beta? Ha 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 ha. Hee hee hee.
Well, yeah.
I don't know about that. I mean, we all knew it was a beta, and like you didn't pay $100 to play the game.
No, but there
You
were some
played to
people
get
who paid
the
$100.
special cosmetics and all that shit.
Right.
What I thought was funny is that they kept on comparing Brawlhalla to Multiverses, and like they kept on like showing like Steam numbers and, oh look at this compared to this, and then you got your like, oh but what about the console players and all this shit, and like you could slowly see Multiverses go down.
Damn it, when are we going to start talking about the console players? I think it can stay. I still think the Nickelodeon fighting game has always been the better fighting game.
Dude, that people paid $50 for that just for it to die.
I think Multiverses can stay just because it was abrupt how it left. It kind of felt like it had its footing. It was going to be this next big thing, and now it's not. But hey, it might come back, and like we might have to come back and redo this episode years from now, so who knows. Spellbreak, this one hurt because I played Spellbreak during COVID, and it's fine. It's basically Avatar, like the Airbender Battle Royale. You're picking up your elemental powers. It has like a cell shading artwork. It was a free game on the Epic Game Store. It was fun. It was great. I think the thing that happens here is that Epic wasn't diversifying enough. So they have Rocket League. They have this. They have who are the little beanie boys that run around?
Fall Guys.
They have the Fall Guys. They have this. I don't think Epic really has the room in its portfolio for 2 games as a service battle royales, no matter what kind of coat of paint you put on it, be it the magic people or the gun people. So I think that's what killed Spellbreak. So as much as it hurts to see it go, I think the writing was kind of on the wall for it. I don't think this was ever going to be something that was big. I don't ever think it was going to make a splash big enough to where this stayed. And I mean, the cosmetics always, you're wizard people.
You're a wizard, Harry.
You're a wizard, Harry. You're limiting the amount of cosmetics, Harry. You have to wear that hat, Harry. You have to play BDSM bunker, Harry. All right, what's left? We have Marvel's Avengers, Dreams, Evolve, Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, Google Stadia, and Multiverses. So as we're narrowing it down, I think I'm seeing a trend here of the top ones where it felt so. The category is called Deadest Live Game. Of course, these aren't all live games. But the trend I'm seeing here is I think the top dogs in this category are games that we thought were going to thrive for years to come, or game services that we thought were going to thrive for years to come and just be like this staple, like kind of how like you look at gaming now and like Fortnite and Minecraft are these big dogs and aren't going anywhere. That's what we thought of these games, and now they're womp womp. So when you look at this list, what 3 do you guys see where you're like, man, that was going to be the fucking thing and now it's not?
I think obviously Stadia was one of those things where it's like, okay, I could play this game at great quality anywhere I want. Like, yeah, that was like, it was cool at first, but it had so many issues.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nick.
I was going to say, my thing about Stadia is anytime you see Google do anything outside of its normal area, it's going to go bye-bye pretty quick. Stadia or Google Plus, what were the Google Glasses, just anything Google tries outside of search, it's just like, what are you guys doing? Just go fucking sell my data. That's all you're good at.
See, the thing is, though, is before Google Stadia, I mean, there've been so many other streaming services out there that had tried to make it happen and just couldn't. It's going to be one of those things that until everything is almost fiber at that point, everybody's on fiber, everybody's using fiber, I don't think it's going to be a concept that's going to work. The consistency is just not there.
So Josh, are you for Stadia staying or like for Stadia going?
For Stadia going, because it was like at least for those who are at least aware of the history of streaming services for gaming, the writing was on the wall. It was just a matter of how long does it last until it. I mean, look at Amazon. They had their Luna. That shit failed right behind it.
I forgot about Luna. Shit.
Yeah. Like it's not like a foreign concept. Like it's been a thing since the early 2000s. Hell, even Nintendo, the people we know and love or have loved since the 80s, at least for gaming, tried to have DLC online services back for the Super Nintendo, and they failed at that.
Yeah, but that feels like it was something well ahead of its time. Whereas now,
Well, that's just it. Well, this is also ahead of its time. Like we're trying to push something that it cannot happen. It's not. I can't talk. It's not plausible right now. It's impossible.
I don't think it's ahead of its time. I think we're just fucking assholes when it comes to, updating our infrastructure and having fiber everywhere. Like here in Missouri, I think the only city that had fiber was Kansas City, and then they scrapped that.
I mean, I have fiber here.
I mean, like a consistent fiber
Yeah, you're
network
saying,
everywhere. Because I remember that being a big thing and like thinking, oh, I'm gonna move to Kansas City. I'm gonna have fast internet. It's bullshit, Josh. We only live like 10 miles, not even 10 miles away, and I can't get fucking fiber. Fuck you.
They're
I
working
got
on
fiber.
it. You'll have it in the next 3 years. I've been waiting 4 years for it. all right?
Stadia is going. I don't know if I'll be alive.
Jesus.
Because the world might end, Josh. I'm okay with getting rid of Evolve. Evolve's been dead for a while. Even though the fans are keeping it alive, they were dead inside all along.
Yeah. And honestly, right behind it, I think Marvel's Avengers is right behind it.
Josh, you need to keep that game sealed. Put it away. Keep it sealed and put it away.
I could probably go buy another brand new copy for $5 again.
I know, but keep your copy sealed and put it away. That's going to be like, you know how like in Fallout, it's bottle caps? It's just going to be sealed games that they don't make anymore when the world ends. And you'll have one.
I've already got a handful. The only one I wished I would have bought is an open copy of the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I can't seem to find one anywhere for a decent price.
You can't find one in stores anywhere? That's crazy. All right, I'm okay with getting rid of Avengers. So we're down to 3 here. We just got to get them in an order. We've got Dreams, Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, and Multiverses. All very different games. This is a very diverse 3 right here. I honestly think, because I think Multiverses rise and fall. It's kind of like a 30 for 30 where there's an athlete that everyone's like, yeah, they're the next big thing. Yeah. And then Morgan Freeman steps in and he wasn't.
Yep.
So I think Multiverses takes the cake here with I think
switching Dreams and Multiverses, putting Dreams there, because Dreams was there already. I mean, it was successful.
It had its time in the sun,
right? Where compared to the other two, like Multiverses was like geez, this was bound to fail, and Final Fantasy was, you couldn't believe that it failed.
All right, so I think, are we in agreement? Deadest Alive game, Multiverses, Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier, and Dreams?
Yep.
All right, hey, you heard it here first. Deadest Alive game, we have Multiverses in first, with Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier taking second, and Dreams taking third. Congrats to... I'm not congrats. Hey, sorry for your loss. Sorry for your loss, gamers. I'm sorry. The next category here... Oh, my butt. Sorry. The next category here, it was originally Best Forspoken Dialogue. We've done enough talk about Forspoken. We're done with it. We're going to all try this game out before Game of the Year, and it's probably all going to make our list. So to replace it, we've got Best New Character. This is a new character that's never appeared in a game before. And here are the nominees. We've got Dave from Dave the Diver. We've got Clive Rosefield from Final Fantasy XVI. Chai from Hi-Fi Rush. Peppermint from Hi-Fi Rush. 808 from Hi-Fi Rush. Death from Have a Nice Death. The Contractor from Sons of the Forest. The Dog from Humanity. Hikari Ku from Octopath Traveler 2. Did I say that right, Josh?
Yes, you did.
Cool. Frey Holland from Forspoken. Cuff from Forspoken. And Kimberly from Street Fighter 6. It's a good list here. This is a good list we've thrown together here. I like Dave the Diver. Dave from Dave the Diver, because the game opens with him on the beach, and I said this in an earlier episode, and he's fucking retired, and his friend's like, hey, I need your help with this thing, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go help you, I got you, and he gets on his gear, jumps in the water, comes out of retirement, helps out in the kid. He just seems like a helpful guy who wants to help everybody. And I mean, I'm only a few hours into the game, but I really like Dave. He seems like a nice guy. Now, if I get to the end of the game and it turns out he's like a serial killer or something, I'm going to apologize. But also, that might just be the greatest heel turn of all time.
Solid.
Someone talked to me about Clive Rosefield.
Yeah. So newest character, main character in Final Fantasy 16. I think what makes him stick out, makes him one of the best new characters right now, is he's not. This is not your typical Final Fantasy. So obviously with Final Fantasy 15, there were some issues. People didn't like a lot of things with it, and I think they took what the best parts of 15 were, redid the broken parts of a character, or just not even just character, but just in general, and they made it better. So Clive, you start from the beginning when he is a young man, like a boy, basically, like, I think 10, and you kind of like see him grow as not only as a person, but in the world that's falling apart, and he's trying to just make things better. Like he's taken, spoiler since if we haven't said already, he has taken at a young age, he loses his father, he loses his brother. He is thrown into slavery, basically. So he's from royalty, and he's basically turned into a slave. And he's forced to fight in war, like everybody else's wars, but his own. And finally, one day, he comes across somebody who looks familiar, and he's like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself. And you see him fight his comrades he's been fighting with for years. And then you see him trying to just understand the world, because as a boy, he didn't know much. He just was growing up and learning to become a man. And now you see this young boy who was born into this disheveled world trying to find himself as a young man.
All right.
And it's just constantly trying to find himself.
I mean, he sounds like Squall to me.
God damn it. It was all a dream.
Josh, don't spoil Final Fantasy VIII for those who haven't played it in the last 20 years.
Well, if our listeners are like our host, they can't read.
No, we can't. Chai from Hi-Fi Rush. This is the main protagonist, the guy in the jacket. He's got the robotic arm. He goes to get the robotic arm from the evil place. I forget. It's not Spectra. Spectra is the program that they're doing. He wants to be a rock star, and he can be really annoying. Like, he's really positive, and everyone's like, shut up, you're an idiot, we hate you. And that's what makes him work as a character, is that everyone's calling him out for how cheesy he is. But he continues to be cheesy. But he's still, not only is he cheesy, he's positive. There's a twist later on where you find out that Peppermint is related to the CEO of the evil company. And she feels like people are going to hate her for it. And he just sits next to her on this stage and just like puts his arm around her and says, hey, you're cool. And it's totally platonic. It's not like him trying to get it in or anything. He's just like, no, you're fucking cool, dude. Like, yeah, that sucks. And he's just a really cool fucking guy. Even though, and they're still like, fuck you, Chai, you're cheesy. Shut up. You cornball. But he doesn't care. He's just cornball through and through. And I think he's cool. Speaking of Peppermint, she's also up there. The twist about her brother really hits home because the company is in the position that it's in because her mom ran it and basically founded, if I'm remembering this correctly, founded the company because she had lost her leg, so made her a robotic leg. And then her mom disappeared. And in her mom's disappearance, her brother took over, and she's just been the rebellious one who stepped away from the company. And she blames herself for stepping away, that her brother took over, and then this company, like her brother's ruining her mother's legacy, and she feels like it's her fault. And she's just like the ringleader. Like, she is the person in your ear talking to you during missions the entire time. But you know she's running you may be out there doing the combat and doing all this shit, but you know she's running the fucking show. And she also does really cool, she's like one of your companions that you can call out to attack. And her attack is great. It's just fucking a big old gun, and there's a combo you can do where she comes out and you have to do a quick time event, and it does an attack where you swipe and she shoots. She's a fun character. 808 from Hi-Fi Rush is just the cat. He's a cute cat. That's all I got. I could cut the cat and that'd be okay, but I'm gonna keep it for now because we have a dog and a cat on the list, and I only feel comfortable cutting them if we cut them together. Because if you cut one now, the other one's gonna get really sad, and you got to get another cat or another dog to befriend the other one. So let's hold off on that. Josh, give me the contractor. I'll take a breather before I get into death.
Okay, well, I mean, the only difference. Okay, so the contractor is essentially you, the player. You're hired to come in and find, I believe they're called the Puffers or the Puffingtons is their name. What just makes you unique is apparently you're a unique person who can craft things that no one else can, or you're able to use sign language to talk to Kelvin, your partner, if you're not playing with anybody. Just you're a MacGyver in a world of crazy people.
Okay.
A little fun one. I don't think he's gonna like do anything fantastic, but it's just why not?
So I'm sitting here looking at the list, and I automatically know that we can cut 808, Dog, and Death, but let me give Death and Dog their piece. Death is the CEO of Death Inc. And the game. My biggest issue with Have a Nice Death is that you're the CEO dealing with your lazy employees who won't work. And in a time where work from home, like where offices or companies are at war with work from home, and we've got all this union stuff going on, I wasn't gelling with it. I was like, why do I have to be the CEO beating up on my lazy employees? Why can't I be a new employee that wants to rise to the top and then like learns the lesson of like, oh, this CEO whose ass I've been kissing sucks. But no, instead I'm the CEO beating up on my employees, and I'm like, this is a bad taste. Even though it's something corny like the Grim Reaper doing, I'm just like, no, I don't want to play a CEO right now. The only CEO I want to play is the one in a sub.
That's fair.
Shots fired. So I'm okay with cutting Death. He's fun. He is a funny little guy who, like, anytime he gets into a boss fight, so it'll do the thing that games do for the dialogue, where his character will pop up big on the screen with the words that he says as word bubbles. But as the boss fight starts, he'll pop up and point like this, and he's shaking his finger. I always thought that was fun. But otherwise, he can go. 808 can also go.
Contractor can go too.
And then Dog from Humanity, he's just a cute little spirit dog that guides people. Your barks change the directions that people go. He's cute. It's a dog. It's a dog. 808's a cat. I shouldn't have to explain them, but people want explanations, but I'm cutting them anyway. So Death, the Contractor from Sons of the Forest, Dog from Humanity, and 808 from Hi-Fi Rush are gone. Josh.
Yes.
Talk to me about Hikari Ku.
Hikari Ku is one of the several characters you can play in the Octopath Traveler 2. And in my opinion, he's one of the more better developed characters in the game. And I say that because his backstory is fantastic. So it starts out with you're a young prince who is loved by the city or by your kingdom. And your father, who is the king, is actually getting ready to announce that you will take over as king. Your nation is known for fighting, and it's been very peaceful as of lately. Your kingdom is in the last fight, and they're basically saying like, yeah, I think after this, like, we're kind of done. And the people are looking forward to it. You have a brother who doesn't like that idea, and he is the general of the army, and he says, no, what, fuck that. Sets fire to the capital, or to the palace, and kills your father in front of you, and is hunting you down.
There's always an evil fucking brother in these.
There is. Mm-hmm. But it just, the fact that you are the peaceful character who just wants to, take care of the people and make sure everything is good. And your brother's like, yeah, fuck that. I want to fucking burn this world. I want to conquer.
Always an evil brother. It's usually the one called Jake.
But they're basically like, Jesus. Okay, well, all in all, he's one of the more developed characters in the game, and I think his backstory is fantastic.
And he's one of the Octopath Travelers, of course.
Yes, of course.
No, I like it. It does feel like a trope that gets played a lot in those classical RPGs, where, like, I didn't bring a character up from this game because I didn't get deep enough into it to where I felt connected to any of them, but Chained Echoes also had an evil brother who was like the head of an army. I think he might have been considered a king in that one. And so the fact that
the
you brought
tables
that
have
up, I was like,
turned.
the fact that you said that, I was like, oh man, another one.
I just think he was a better developed. Like, yeah, you always have the one's evil and he's gonna kill everybody, but that's why I didn't bring up his brother. I brought up him. He is just such a unique. Like usually you just have it's like, oh, I'm the next successor, or yeah, I'm gonna go be great, and things happen. This guy's like, yeah, I just want peace. I want everybody to live the best life they possibly can. My brother said, fuck you. And I said, no, what? Fine, I'll go kill you.
I just want peace. God damn it. Give me peace.
He could probably go though.
All right, we'll cut him. Next up, I've got two from Forspoken. We've got Frey Holland, who is the main protagonist. She is 20-something broke. She gets transported to the mystical world. I haven't played the game. I just have what I've gone off of from all the cutscenes I've watched. I've watched more than just the cringe ones. And she seems fine. It's a strange person in a strange world. And I kind of like that concept. Everyone calls her lines and her readings of the lines cringe, but I like her. And, I'm putting her here now and Cuff here because Cuff is your little Cuff that gives you your magic powers. He's kind of a cocky little shit. Putting him here now, but I'm okay with cutting them because I'm actually going to play Forspoken before Game of the Year. So I have a better read on it. But I wanted to make y'all aware that watch out for Forspoken because it's probably going to be a dark horse coming into all the categories at Game of the Year. And then there were 5. Kimberly from Street Fighter 6. She is a new fighter. I forget exactly who she's trained under, but she just feels so good to fight with. Some of her special moves involve tagging with spray paint, and she just plays so well. I haven't spent enough time with her because my mains are Luke and Callie. So, but the few times that I did play her and play against her, I really liked her. And I was like, I originally thought she wasn't a new character. I was like, oh, they're bringing her up from Street Fighter 5, I bet. And then I went and did some research. I was like, oh shit, she's brand new, and she just fits right in. I'm okay with cutting her again because I feel like I can spend more time with her before Game of the Year and give you guys a better reading.
Like I said, I've already picked up or ordered my copy. I'm gonna go pick it up from the local library.
Street Fighter 6? Or no, Forspoken.
Forspoken, sorry, yeah.
See if you can get Street Fighter 6 while you're at it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Let me look.
Or if you need to just put my account on your PlayStation, if that makes a difference. If you can you play play my games from your PlayStation?
Yeah, it would be similar how we did Xbox.
Okay, all right. So we're down to 4. We've got Dave from Dave the Diver, Clive Rosefield from Final Fantasy 16, Shy from Hi-Fi Rush, and Peppermint from Hi-Fi Rush. I'm iffy on cutting Chai or Peppermint. I'm iffy on either of them getting cut because they're such a they're good people.
It's like you don't want to cut either one of them?
No, I'd probably cut Dave before I cut either of them.
I'd be okay with Clive being taken away too. Just because, yes, he's a unique character, but we're in a giant franchise where people are going to eventually... I haven't played the whole game, so I don't know if things are going to be different. He could be a complete asshole later on. I have no idea. Where I'm at now, I feel for him. I feel for him as a character.
Josh hasn't gotten to the second disc where you find out Clive is a Nazi sympathizer.
Yep.
He hasn't fucked Hitler yet. What is going on?
So I think you and I kind of have the same argument for Dave and Clive, is that they're newer to us. We've had some experiences with them. We're not sure where it's going.
Justify it.
It sounds like you have more on Clive than I have on Dave, though. That's why I'm okay with getting rid of Dave.
Well, if that's the case, then we'll just fight for the other 3.
Jake, Jake, who's your horse? You hoe?
I like Dave.
You like Dave?
That's cool.
I mean, if we're cutting one, I would cut Chai. If I had to cut one of the Hi-Fi Rush people, it'd be Chai. Because I think Peppermint just has the better overall arc.
How we want to do this?
Top 3? Top 3?
Yeah.
I mean, you justified Peppermint pretty well. I would say she sounds awesome. And just in general, like, I'd say she's probably number 1.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit. Let's do what if we did something like this, and then like Dave or Clive could be second or third, just because they're so new to us. We're still experiencing them.
I like that.
All right, so let's see here. We got best new character Peppermint in first from Hi-Fi Rush, Dave from Dave the Diver in second, and Clive Rosefield Final Fantasy 16 in third.
Yeah.
We in agreement? All right. Hey, everybody. You heard it here first. We got the best new character. In first place, it is Peppermint from Hi-Fi Rush. Second is Dave from Dave the Diver. And in third, bringing up the pack, is Clive Rosefield from Final Fantasy 16. Josh, I hope there's not like a heel turn and we're like, oh no, we can't have Clive ever again. Same for Dave. Same for Dave.
What if Dave was a pedophile before?
Oh, God. Josh, you are doing wonders to my editing jobs on these.
Well, you don't typically have to edit that. That gets the truth. What if he was a pedophile?
What if he is? What if he's a pedo? All right. Hey, we made it through day 4. We had 3 categories today. We had biggest disappointment with Diablo. We had biggest disappointment with Josh taking the cake on that. Followed up by Company Heroes 3 and E3 being canned forever. We had Deadest live game with Multiverse coming in first. And Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier and Dreams coming in behind it. And we had best new character with Peppermint from Hi-Fi Rush taking the crown, followed by Dave the Diver from Dave the Diver, and Clive Rosefield from Final Fantasy 16. Folks, we've got one more day. That's right. Day 5 is tomorrow. Game of the year so far. Gotyso, the very award we've all been waiting for, the word we've all been saying all summer leading up to all of this. It is happening tomorrow. Come back and see it. Everybody, we appreciate you for listening. This has been Smashing Game Time. We hope you all had a smashing great time. We'll see each and every one of you next time.
No one's calling it Gotyso.